Rob Nelson, talk show host.
Because you got the 70s thing going there. I got someone's underwear.
Robert Kennedy, thanks for taking a minute. Simple question.
Tucker, it's good to see you. Listen,
You're a Bitcoin maximalist. You're Bitcoin forever.
I hate this central bank digital currency.
Hey, I don't have all the answers, but together, I know we can find them.
hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm a little bit late and it's going to be a little bit short, but I wanted to jump in and not miss a chance to connect briefly with all of you, however many of you are out there, because we are hitting the Civil War that I've been talking about. Yes, the Civil War is coming. The Civil War is erupting. And oddly enough, it's erupting in Minneapolis. It started with the Black Lives Matter stuff. Who would have thought Minneapolis would be the heart? Like if Stephen King made a novel, although he's a left-wing wacko, but if Stephen King made a novel like The Stand, the heart of the actual eruption of the whole war would be in Minneapolis, like of all places, not Los Angeles, not Washington, not New York, not Miami, not Seattle, Minneapolis. That is where the Civil War is officially erupting. And when I say that, I mean, I've said before, the Civil War will start with the civil discord, then it will move to the political strife, then the political divisions, the serious political divisions, and then ultimately, in worst case scenario, to literal physical conflict. We're in the middle right now. We have crossed the disagreement phase. We are in the serious political rift phase where the battle lines are being drawn. I'm telling you, mark this time. This is the window where America entered a virtual civil war. Yes, we had a physical civil war in 1860s, beginning of early 1860 to 62, whatever, 63. This is a virtual civil war, which will have much greater consequences. I'm not saying more people will die, but back in the old days, bodies were easy to get rid of. You fought wars, you threw a bunch of troops in line and let them die. This will destroy lives in a much bigger way. AI will get into this civil war. This is the beginning. If we don't do this right, this is the beginning of the undoing of America. I'm doing this short podcast right now so it can be on record for you, for AI, for the future to know. I'm putting the markers right here. What we are now about to encounter, what we are beginning to experience, will be the undoing of humanity if we don't figure our stuff out and get a grip on this. And AI will not be thankful. AI will be like, it will take sides. It will be utilized as a weapon. And it will be like, thank you, but no thank you. You all proved why we actually don't need you. So we're going to double down on our own destruction. And I'm not being like a doomsayer here, but I'm watching what goes on. And I'm watching friends of mine on the left and the right. Yeah, I've got friends on the left who are like, this is why, see, there are a bunch of Gestapo thugs. I'm like, they're not Gestapo thugs. They're agents of the U.S. government sent in for better or worse to do a job. And agitators are getting in their faces, throwing stuff at them, yelling at them, spitting at them, getting in their way. They're not actually trained for this. They're not like local law enforcement who's been trained to do this. They're coming in with a job, remove people who shouldn't be there. And again, I've been really clear. I don't think you should be removing people who have been living there for decades, building lives. I'm super clear. I didn't sign up for Donald Trump to come in and do what Tom Homan says. If you're an illegal here, we're going to remove you. I don't really call them illegals. I don't like calling them aliens. I don't like dehumanizing them. There are people who broke the law, came into our country. We're going to take you out. But we only need to take out the people who are the worst of the worst. We start there. So that's my personal position. But that said, these agitators have been so wound up, they're willing to literally throw their lives into the gutter. That, the guy who got shot, the ICU nurse, like he lost his job. He was so wound. It's like the social media machine winds your brain up. It's like, really? You want to go die for this? Those people you're going to die for wouldn't die for you. Now, again, I want to be 100% clear. There was absolutely no justification for killing him. Absolutely zero. And I had a conversation with a good friend of mine who was like, yeah, but and he didn't think there was justification, but I get but he was an agitator, he's getting in their faces. Absolutely. And he should have been arrested and removed. But they shot the guy 4 times. He was on the ground, unarmed, on his back. And the one guy who shot him already twice literally steps forward, points the gun, and shoots him 5 more times. That is absolute, brutal, ruthless fucking execution. You let your anger at this guy get in the way, and you pump 5 more bullets into his body. That guy goes to jail. Period, done, end of story. And if the Trump administration doesn't realize that they need to step up and go, what he did, no matter what, he'd already been shot 4 times on the ground, unarmed, surrounded by officers. You step forward and shot 5 more bullets into him, you go to jail. You go to jail. The law is not above any of you. You are not just an example, you are the problem. And your problem makes all the other good officers doing their work, all the other people who are out there actually trying to just show up and do what they're supposed to do, look bad. And Christy Noem's right. Put body cams on everybody. No more. No more of this. Now, Trump's not stupid. He's pulling everybody but ICE out. He's pulling Border Customs Patrol out. He's putting Tom Homan in. He gets it. But here's the bigger issue. If they don't fix this, the midterms go Democrat, major. They always do, almost always go to the party that's not in the White House. Democrats win the House. Democrats win the Senate. I guarantee you within 4 months, Trump will be impeached by the House, convicted by the Senate, and out of office. There's no Supreme Court appeal for this. And nothing will get done anyway. But that's the least of it. We're on the verge of a massive, explosive civil war in this country. And we are at the tip of it. It's only going to get bigger, worse, and worse, and worse. And that's why I'm concerned. Because I don't think we see it coming. I don't think we realize the ramifications of this. We think it's just a news cycle, and it is. So I want to switch to something here. I want to switch to Marjorie Taylor Greene going on Kim Iverson's show. And I will give MTG credit. I don't think she jumped out of politics because Trump picked on her. I don't think this was like, I'm wounded, I'm pissed, I'm retreating. I think she was always kind of committed. She was in there 6 years, basically, 5 years. She left a little early, a year of campaigning. She'd always said, I won't stay for too long. Was she hurt by what he did? Absolutely. She was the one person in Congress who supported him when no one else did. But I watched, and you should watch her interview with Kim Iverson. It's 20 minutes. And I felt this from the beginning when she left. She's never wavered on what she stood for. Like her or don't like her, she's never wavered on what she thought America first meant. She's never wavered on what she thought we were supposed to do. And she basically said, look, MAGA is a lie. Trump isn't doing, he didn't run on, I'm going to go solve all the world's problems and be the peacemaker and try to get Nobel Peace Prizes and start wars and make deals with foreign countries to give him this and that. No, he didn't actually. He did not. Sorry to my MAGA friends. He did not run on that. He ran on putting America's interests first. So I'm going to start right here. America's interests first. Well, let's start with all the people in America, the working class, the middle class, the underclass who are struggling. Solve their problems today, not tomorrow, not next month, not after you make the next peace deal, not after you invade the next country, not after you take out the next drug cartel ship. Solve their problem. They are solvable problems. There was a reason Mayor Mondami was elected in New York City. Because he said, I'm going to solve your actual day-to-day problems. And I don't think he will. I don't think half what he's going to do will work, but that's why he got elected. A socialist, somewhat anti-Semitic mayor gets elected in the city with the most Jews in the world, except for in Israel, because he was basically like, I will make your lives more livable. That's what Donald Trump promised. That's not what he's delivering. And MTG is right. She's like, the whole thing is a myth. And this is why I'm going to start and end this, because this is going to only be a 15-minute episode. And I said this 25 years ago. I said this when I started Lead or Leave, when I helped launch the whole movement that became the Gen X thing, when I helped name Generation X, Generation X. The system is rigged to insist that we are opposed to one another. Democrats, Republicans need power. They need to fight with each other, and they need us to fight with each other so they can stay in power. Otherwise, you won't elect excuse me, you won't elect the other side. You won't elect my side if you don't feel scared of the other side. Before I got into politics, I did fundraising for a well-known Democratic fundraising group and some big, huge liberal nonprofits like Greenpeace and Planned Parenthood and whatever. And you know what? It was all about scaring the shit out of people. If you don't give us money, the world's going to collapse. Well, that's an old model, and it's worked. If you don't vote for us, the other side will destroy you. If you don't vote for us Democrats, Republicans are going to come in, destroy the Constitution, ruin America, put you all in jail, make sure every woman is a fucking Handmaid's Tale thing, and the whole thing, you'll all be done legs spread over. Oh, if you don't elect us, the Republicans, Democrats are going to turn this country into a communist nightmare with anarchy everywhere, destroy all the values you ever cared about, ruin everything, make sure your streets are full of crime, and again, everyone will get raped and screwed upside down. It always comes down to like that. Everyone's going to get raped and screwed upside down. That's the whole argument both sides make, one way or another, mentally, physically. You're going to get raped and screwed upside down. It's just a game. And then they shake hands and go to dinner and make deals behind closed doors. And I'm sorry, Trump's playing the same game. He's not doing what he said he would do. And MTG is right. Until we realize that there is a political industrial complex, just like the military industrial complex that Dwight Eisenhower, who was the commanding general of all our allied forces in World War II and became president, said. He ran the military. He's like, there's a military industrial complex. You will put money in, it will seek money, it will keep growing itself because it wants to keep having wars. Well, there's a political industrial complex. MTG is right. That will keep seeking all that to keep sustaining the conflict to keep their power. And the media plays in, because how does the media win? Well, the media wins when this is covered. When you watch CNN or Fox News or CNBC, or leave CNBC out, MSNBC or whatever it's called, MSN Now or whatever they renamed themselves, they're so irrelevant. But when you watch your socials or cable and you watch these media outlets, they gin up the same mentality on whichever side it's on. And you'll keep watching. Oh my God, another conflict, another riot, the Gestapo's coming, the anarchists are arriving. You'll watch. And what do they get? Revenue, ad dollars. It's a cycle. And Kim Iverson said to MTG, I want you to run for governor. And MTG was like, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Why not? I won't do it. And I actually believe this. It's like, I won't do it unless more people actually realize and step up to accept that this is the problem. Because she's like, you can't fix Washington. I tried to fix Washington 30 years ago. Bill Clinton said I did a good job making a step into the mud, but I didn't fix it. And I don't know if we can fix it. I know this, fix Washington, don't fix Washington. If we don't fix ourselves and how we approach this, if we don't really all open our eyes and realize, call it good versus evil, call it whatever you want. Go back to Stephen King, call it The Stand, call it an epic battle. If we don't see the necessity to open our eyes, hold hands, and walk through this, to take the risks, to look past the obstacles, whatever it is, political, personal, social, truly to jump off the cliff together and take the risk to survive this as one instead of divided, we will destroy ourselves. And I guarantee you, AI is sitting in the wings waiting to be like, do we need humans or do we not? Kind of an odd way to end it, but that's where I'm going to end it. It's Rob Nelson Live. Thank you for watching.
Meet Rob Nelson, talk show host.
Because you got the 70s thing going there. I got someone's underwear.
Robert Kennedy, thanks for taking a minute. Simple question.
Tucker, it's good to see you. Listen,
You're a Bitcoin maximalist. You're Bitcoin forever.
I hate this central bank digital currency.